This is Nicole Comas with Around DuPage County. Today we're here with Adam Parks. Adam is a financial advisor with First Command Financial Services here in Naperville. Aside from providing retirement planning and investment management for his clients, Adam is incredibly involved in the Naperville community. He is heavily involved in the Naperville Chamber, chair of Team Core, and is a speaker on the Speakers Bureau. Adam is also a member of the Naperville Noon Rotary. He volunteers for several nonprofit organizations in town and has recently been selected to be local ambassador for Blessings in a Backpack. So with a wife and 2 girls and all you do for the community, when do you sleep?
I don't get much time for sleep, but I do try to create, and getting better, trying to create more of a balance. It's good though, because my business has grown to the point where I don't do a whole lot of extra prospecting for new clients. It's mostly referral based. So what I was doing and using up that kind of energy for finding new clients, I'm actually able to kind of channel that into giving back to the community, really, that kind of helped my success and where I'm at today.
For those of us who don't know about Blessings in a Backpack, can you tell us a little bit about the program?
Yeah, Blessings in a Backpack started in 2005 and is now feeding 58,000 kids and in 41 states. So it had a simple process when it started of just feeding kids who would otherwise go hungry on the weekends. There's 12 million kids in the country right now that are on free and reduced lunch programs, and what that means is during the week the federal government will kick in and they'll actually fund the kids to eat. But then on the weekends, on Fridays, they go home and they don't have any food for the weekend. So obviously that affects attendance and nutrition and things like that. So Blessings in a Backpack actually comes in and fills that gap. And what they do is they provide a backpack full of food for the kids to take home on the weekends, and then the kid can have food for the whole weekend, which helps in attendance because they want to bring it back and get more food and things like that. So it's really a unique program. That's good because it's really all they do. There's no additional, it's just about feeding the kids.
So how did you get involved with Blessings?
I actually got started with Blessings. It all started kind of over the summertime. I was actually at another fundraiser and met up with Romana Ustin, and she's the national director for Blessings in a Backpack. And she started telling me about what they do and how the program works. And then it automatically brought to mind my wife, who works for a school district where 50% of the kids roughly are on free and reduced lunch programs. So I kind of wanted to put the 2 and 2 together, and then I kind of got involved in that aspect of things, and then it kind of steamrolled from there.
That's awesome. So is it true that you have an annual feel-good fundraiser for your birthday?
It is. It started about 5 years ago, and basically it was started off as a birthday party with a bunch of my guy friends hanging out, and we decided to kick in a little bit of money each and send it off to a good cause. I think that first year was Feed the Children. And usually any kind of involvement I like to do with charitable stuff is centered around kids. I've got 2 little girls. And then it kind of blossomed from there, and every year it got bigger and bigger. And last year we did Naperville Response for Veterans. That was another thing that's near and dear to my heart, being ex-military myself. Mm-hmm. And then this year, after meeting Romana and wanting to get involved with Blessings in a Backpack and putting that together, we decided to have Blessings in a Backpack be the beneficiary of the fundraiser.
Awesome. So how much did you raise at your event?
At the time of the event, we raised about $18,000, and then when the auction items actually started cashing in, and then a great school kicked in at the last minute and contributed what they were contributing, and that was the total ended up being somewhere around $22,000.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow.
That actually equates out to about 282 kids. So 282 kids will be able to be fed for a 38-week school program. So not bad, and you consider that for $80 you can feed a kid for a full year, and to the friends that we have in Naperville, they were able to rally for the cause. I mean, it's the most giving town and the best, most generous people I've ever met. And they rallied in 282 kids. That's
impressive.
It's a good birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that you're a local ambassador for Blessings, do you have any goals?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, what we've done is we funded the Long Beach Elementary where my wife worked, and now that's becoming a legacy program. We've raised enough money where that's going to go and be able to sustain the program for several years. So, and then Romana Ustin actually did the Beaupre Elementary in Aurora, and there's some other schools locally that have kind of turned online as well. And now what we're doing is, my goal anyway in the upcoming years, is to kind of consolidate all of those schools, create a local board, and then all fundraise as a collective team, and then decide as a team which new school we're going to be funding. Actually, we're looking for one in Naperville right now.
Do you have any other charity events that you're you're involved in?
Yeah, actually, well, I actually am working with Little Friends. We're trying to put together a program which is going to be a charitable giving program. As a financial advisor, I run into some clients that have either they don't have family or they don't particularly like their family, and what they're doing is they get to a point where they've got a legacy to leave, but they're not sure necessarily where to leave it to. So, with some encouragement, we're helping to create some programs so they can do a charitable gift. They get great tax breaks potentially, gotta say potentially, tax breaks in order to do so. So by them getting a tax break that they can enjoy now in their living years, then the charity gets a bonus by having this great endowment come to them at the time of their passing. So everybody wins.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, Adam, thank you so much for coming.
Glad to be here.
This is Nicole Comas with Around DuPage. Today, many small businesses continue to struggle with the development and marketing aspects of their business. During your complimentary 1-hour consultation, we will take you through a powerful discovery process, unlocking the barriers preventing your success. The Stiletto Strategy Group will work with you and outline the specific needs and goals to help you work towards the successful business you envision for yourself. We'll develop a strategy that incorporates your budget, time, and staffing resources. Call us now to learn more about how the Stiletto Strategy Group can help you step into success.